and welcome, Lynx here. A sky full of stars. God, I wish that we could see in the middle of the city a sky that is actually full of stars. Sometimes possible, most times for not. But, okay, let's see what Hikari, Saya, and our main character are going to experience today. Oh yeah, we're supposed to look for the... We were supposed to look for the onsen, with hopes that it's still there. I can't believe it's still here. The open air bath sat where it had always been, in a small clearing in the woods. The surrounding rocks, wet from steam radiated, had throughout the clearing and blanketed the air in a comforting warmth. We all paused to soak up the heat and warm our bodies that were still chilled from the walk. Can imagine? Maybe? I don't see any signs of it being used recently. I scoop up some water with my hand. The temperature is perfect, so how should we do this? I know that, but I mean, who goes first? Huh? Huh? I'm surprised too, to be honest. Wait, you really haven't changed at all. Although she did look quite a bit more mature. A lot more mature. All I could do was pray that she wasn't kidding about them dying of embarrassment. That sounded like an actual death sentence. Still, I was going to try to make sense of standards that said peeking was a problem, but buffing together wasn't. Sai was staring at me as if she wanted to say something. She was probably thinking that she didn't want me in there with her. That's what a rational person would think. Well, it's good, so I guess I'll get in with you. It's too dark, so I can't really see anything. Now you two head over there so I can get undressed and get in. No peeking, alright? You could at least say something. Gee, are you girls even serious about this whole thing? I stripped down unconcerned, then folded my clothes and placed them on top of the dry rock. Then I dipped a toe in the steaming spring very cautiously. But nice. It felt perfect. I stepped into the water slowly, letting myself adjust to the heat. Yeah, I'm in. Perfect. It seemed like Saya wasn't at all comfortable about bathing with a man, but she also couldn't resist the temptation of the hot spring. Don't worry, Saya, no one will pay attention to you. Unless there are lolicons around. I hope there aren't. Yeah, sure. My guess was that she would have gouged my eyes out before holding me underwater and stomping all over me. Again, I will not be looking at her. Saya met my gaze with eyes that seemed to plead for something. This was serious. She really would cry. I turned my back to them without saying a word. I sank the water up to my shoulders as I waited and eventually heard the fluttering sounds of clothing being removed behind me. For other reason, the sounds of those two undressing excited me a little bit. Knowing that I shouldn't look but could if I wanted my destruction, that's much more intense. Maybe if I did look back, I could have passed it off as a joke. No. Hikari's reaction. Side, I really would cry. Besides, I would only look at Hikari. Let's face it, that's the reality here. Hikari wouldn't take it as a joke if I cried, so I was certain to end up at the bottom of that spring. I put the temptation out of my mind and kept on waiting. You are doing this on purpose, aren't you? Okay, Hikari, now what you're saying is just pure bullshit, let's face it. Let's say so. Being wow with Saya, dapped. In the store. Now we are getting to the good part. No, this is not the good part. No. This part doesn't matter. I meant the Hikari part. Honestly. I could feel Saya string going to the back of my head. How dare you? But then again, I don't want to look at her. Of course I wouldn't. I respect the spirit of fair play. No, I don't. But I want to look at Hikari if anyone. Let's face it. The reality. Whatever, just getting ready. All his heat is going to my head. At some point, Hikari had quickly slipped out of her panties as well, and I heard footsteps approaching. Then there was a splash of water behind me. So I let out a blissful sigh. Small ripples lapped against me as I heard those two setting into the water. Okay. Okay. There is something, but she's not winning this battle. Actually, Saya is not winning any battle for me, but anyway, I turned around slowly to find a miraculous scene unfolding before my eyes. Two girls my age puffing in the nude. I only paid attention to Hikari for. And the text at the bottom. Although Hikari was fully relaxed from the outside side, looked like she was on the edge due to my presence, not that I noticed. What did you... How did you do the hair here? Whatever. Saya hurried to shield Hikari from view when she stretched and her chest almost left the water. Then what did she have to do? The water was the perfect temperature, not at all lukewarm yet not too hot. As the heat replaced the chill in her body, Saya began to relax. She was really enjoying our hot spring bath, not that I noticed. Hikari said this eagerly, almost as if she were responsible for the pleasant feel of the hot spring water. I was so relaxed by the water that I even forgot to tease her for that. What are you talking about? Nah. Hikari and Saya began playing like a couple of friendly puppies. I knew it. Hey. I'm right here, you know. We are filled with hopes and dreams, okay? It seemed that had somehow brushed up against the parts of Hikari that had matured the most. Yeah.
触ってみる？え、いいの？うん、いいよ。やらしい触り方しないならね。
That's so unfair.
しないよ、そんなこと。
Yeah, right. Liar. So I touched Hikari's breast beneath the waterline and...
ぽよんぽよんだ。揺らすと波が立つよ。どうだ？
Yeah.
光ばっかりずるい。
So I wanted sulky her gaze falling beneath the water to her own chest. Maybe they were a bit too relaxed. Had they forgotten that I was here? Are they really that soft? Did he really ask that? Still hunched over, I cast a casual sidelong glance toward Hikari to observe the situation. It was too dark to be sure, but I could see something floating and even caught a faint glimpse of cleavage above the waterline. I didn't notice anything similar from Saya, so, like... Take it away from the screen. Thank you.
何見てんの？
Nothing really. It's dark and steamy, so I can't see anything.
恥ずかしがることないよ。男の子だもんね。
She folded her arms and nodded, her face saying that she fully understood. Besides her, Saya covered her chest, and not like there is much to cover, and sank the water up to her shoulders. Are you sure you're not the one incapable of shame? That conversation you just had was pretty bold.
あるよ、失礼な。でも、アキトとこうやってお風呂入るの初めてじゃないし。
But we were kids back then. It was more than 4 years ago. It would have been a fairly major problem in a girl her age if her sense of shame hadn't developed at all since then. It would be, yeah. And actually, I had been pretty embarrassed by the whole thing at the time. I remembered how Hikari had pushed us all into getting in together. And I remembered how I had seen Saya nude and how she had cried, and... I'm glad I have not seen that, actually. Hikari approached me, the expression on her face saying she had something on her mind. Uh-oh.
Ne.
What? Yes? I definitely sent a jolt through me as she pressed up against me in her usual way, only naked.
こないだ送った写真あったじゃん。谷間のやつ。
I knew which picture she meant, okay? I knew. Yeah.
あれ、私んじゃないからね。
Huh? I forgot all my caution granted out a partial question and confusion.
うちのお父さんのだよ。
Okay, that's bullshit you are saying right now. Your dad's. Okay, that's bullshit. I thought about Hikari's father. He was a big man and had a beard. A fair-skinned, chubby guy who wouldn't seem out of place standing alongside Santa Claus. You mean your dad, like the one I know?
お風呂上がりにパンツ一丁で歩いてるから、罰として脱中のポーズ取ってもらったの。そうしたらあれよ、見事な谷間なもんだから記念に取っといたのよ。
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
はあ、騙されちゃってた。
Fool, mate, this is way worse. You trampled all over an adolescent boy's innocent affections. Also, that's bullshit. I mean, if he looks like Santa Claus, dude, let's face it. That means he would be hairy as hell. She's lying.
ごめん、冗談のつもりだったのよ。笑わせようと思って送ったら、あんな素直な反応来ちゃって、本当のこと言いそびれちゃったの。
You're lying right now. I know you're lying. You little... I clenched my fist underwater and my body shook with anger.
もしかして、あの写真見ながら一人でエッチなこととかしちゃった。
No. What?
するんでしょ、男子って。
Hikari said with an oh crap expression on her face. I did not!
よかった。してたら らどうしようって思ってたよ。
I didn't, okay? I hadn't, but... And I was glad that I hadn't from the bottom of my heart, but... The truth was, I really been excited every time I looked at it. No, I wasn't. I was. Also, she's lying. Come on, let's face it. There was not a snip, and not a snippet of hair on that photo. I don't believe her. Surely it was a she-devil. She's lying. She was lying. She was lying, okay? Let's see. The YouTube upload. Sky full of stars. Thumbnail. Let's see. Dude, there is not a speck of a hair in here. That's such a bull right now. Also, come on, let's face it. The size of the in that photo compared to her size, yeah, I would say it's hers. What a bull. What a filthy liar. How dare she? How dare she try to trick me, right? Like, with a lie like that now. This is between us. Forget about it. Hikari then said aside and whispered to Harry. How dare you? Don't tell. No matter what, don't tell. Saya cocked her head to the side cutely, then stared Hikari at me. Why not? I don't care. This is your fault. Yes! Just say yes, come on. Hold on, it's not like that. Don't look at me like that. I don't care. I wonder if there was anything nearby that I could gag Hikari with to shut her up for a while without hurting her. I give up. Say whatever you want. Whatever. I don't care. I turned my back on the whole two of them and fell silent. If I hadn't drunk, the two of them would have teased me even more. Hikari kept her gaze fixed on my back, observing me. I don't know who is she talking to. What is it? What?
ねえ、さや知ってる？男子ってエッチなこと考えて興奮すると勃起するんだって。
Where is this all?
そうなんだ。
No, you just go away.
男の子の部分あるじゃない？
Saya, you don't work like that, so you know, you don't have to know.
あるじゃないって言われても、あれが大きくなるんだって。すごいよね。人体の神秘だよね。そうだね、神秘だね。っていうか何言ってるの、光バカなの？見てみたいな。なんて。チラ。
She was insane. She really was genuinely insane. I was like she hadn't grown up at all since we're kids. You know, I'm not showing you.
おやおやってことは勃起してるのは認めるんだな、このスケベ。
Not you, white-haired one, not you. Saya turned away, her face communicating that she wanted nothing to do with this.
どうなんだね、アキトくん。
I mean, honestly, in this situation, let's go into the offensive. And we'll see how she will react. Must say, yes, I am. It's your fault. Anyway, Hikari closed in, pressing against me. She seemed like she had noticed, but the top of her wrist had come out of the water to say hello. It was a delicate situation. I'll admit it, I am. But there is no way to avoid it in this situation. I might have been able to keep control of things if we had just been taking a dip in the hot springs together. But there was no way any healthy adolescent boy could have held things back with that kind of revealing conversation going before his eyes. No.
なんで？いいじゃん、減るもんじゃなし。
I will too. This is an extinction event for my dignity as a human being. What was she even asking for?
幼馴染なんだし、恥ずかしがることないって。ねえ、さや。
Don't bring her into it. Can you show me too?
はい？バカ言っちゃいけないよ。女の子にそんな見せろだなんて。
There is no difference between men and women when it comes to embarrassment.
私はアキトの勃起が見たいのであって、別にやらしい気持ちがあるわけじゃないのに。
She probably didn't really know what it meant, but hearing a girl saying worked up over and over like that. If I were... Why would you say a lie like that? What is wrong with you? If I were her dad, I would have been whipping.
ねえ、サヤは見たくない？
Don't bring her into it. I don't care. Say a jerk where she said no other. She probably had imagined that the conversation would come to this.
見たいでしょ？だって大きくなるんだよ。こんなこと頼めるのアキトくらいだし。
Not interested. No.
でね。
Saya, Hikari whispered something in Saya's ear. Only hearing Hikari's comments, Saya cried out. She turned bright red and her eyes opened wide. She continued looking for me for a while. Then averted her eyes downward and seemed to gradually wilt on the spot. What on earth did you say?
交換条件として、私とサヤのおっぱいを見せてあげるってのはどうかと。
But I don't want to see hers. This was an unexpected development. My face began to smile reflexively, but I thought, why? I don't get it. Saya has nothing to offer. Sorry, Saya, it's a fact.
2対1だし、それなら条件として釣り合うじゃない？
I'm gonna refuse. I had no idea how that was a good trade, but it felt like one eventually. Nah. I'm going 1-for-1 with Hikari. Can we go like that? It seems more fair. Well then, we'll all be embarrassed that way. Oh my god, you are falling into a trap. I bet he's falling into a trap. No matter what I answered, Saya was going to refuse anyway. There was no way Saya would accept such a crazy term. She was the one in charge of having common sense in the Mikazuki Astronomy Club. Right.
ほら、サヤ見たいって。サヤのチップ。
No, I don't.
見たいの？
No, I don't. Saya asked, looking up at me through her lashes as she faced the water. Give me a choice. I say no. What she had to hesitate. Well, you know, if Akito said he didn't, he'd be lying. I say I don't. I don't see a reason to. No, I don't. Why? Why would you say... What's the point? Saya hung her head even further until her neck was bent at an almost 90-degree angle. Her face was in the water. Was she alright? Okay, Hikari, don't try to make Saya do anything stupid. She's not like you. She has common sense. Probably.
そうか。ごめんよ、サヤ。アキトの勃起見るのはまた別の機会にするよ。いいよ。
No!
え？
No! No!
アキトくんが見たいんだったら。
I don't want to!
くらいなら。
Let me choose. I don't want to. Game. No, Sama, you haven't lost your mind, have you? As she looked up from the water, Saya's eyes burned with a striking resolve. Ugh. Her expression was deadly serious.
商談成立。
Huh?
じゃあ行くよ、サヤ。せーの。
Close your eyes! Hold on! I didn't say I was in. I'm not looking. I actually can't see anything. The two rose their knees in the water and then moved their hands aside. Wow, I say when I look at Hikari. When I look at Saya. Peering through the thin veil of vapor over the hot spring, my eyes beheld them. Hikari drew my eyes first, obviously. And my eyes actually do not drift away. Massive. They swayed and pooped, still shaking from the motion of lifting herself out of the water. Although it's a bit of a tired expression, their wavy movements remind me of a fresh pudding. They're full and round, but they still gave off a sense of firmness. But I still couldn't see everything I wanted. The steam billowing up from the water was too thick and it hid the full view from me. Even so I could see enough to know these were real breasts, and they were magnificent. Here, well, as you probably expect, there is nothing to look at. Yeah, on the other side, science, well, they were small, rather modest, like super small. Unlike Hikari, they barely shook, so you know, meh. Clear drops water traced paths down her curves over the pale translucent skin. I can't read that, okay, because that is bullshit. It was a pity I couldn't see everything through that thick steam, but then again, there is nothing to see anyway. 10 out of 10, like 2.5 out of 10, not worth. Oh, amazing. The one on my left, as I had never thought of seeing breasts as a goal in life, but in that instant, you didn't? I thought I could die without regrets. If only it would clear just a little bit. I could get a good look, long look at those beautiful breasts of Hikari, and my life would be complete. Come on, can I get a bit of wind here to clear my view? Come on, wind! I would like to point out that I did not sign any papers. They sank down the water up to their shoulders at Hikari's heartless declaration, hiding those stunning breasts. Saya, don't worry, I didn't look too much. Like, barely at all. So Hikari was embarrassed too, after all. But even as that thought passed through my mind, their embarrassment at showing me their breasts left me even more excited than before. Interesting. Oh no, there is only one thing to do now. I had been hoping that I'd get things back to normal downstairs, then dodge the issue by giving them a peek at me when I wasn't excited. But the state of things at that point was more ferocious than I had ever experienced in my brief lifetime. Understood, Hikari, but why did Saya have a look of anticipation in her eyes? Now, well, don't care, to be honest. I guess that girls really were curious about these things in their own way. Well, obviously. Alright! Is how he would answer. Answered graciously and took a deep breath. Under the circumstances, I had to show them. But these were friends I had done all kinds of stupid stuff with since we were little kids. At that point, was there any way something so minor could embarrass me? Here goes! She gulped like crazy there. Filled with desperation, I launched myself to my feet. Drops of hot spring water splashed and dripped from my more rigid part. Vapor from the spring filled the air for a moment, blocking the view. Heh. But that only lasted for a few seconds. The vapor cleared quickly and a rigid towering figure emerged from the fog. An ear-splitting shriek echoed through the moonlit forest. I covered down the spring, covering my ears. Ow! Ow! Ah, my ears! Saya curled up in a ball like a small animal and shook her head weakly. Hey! If you're going to scream, then don't ask to see it. Now I'll be scared for life. seriously, these two. Embers, I sank in the water up to my nose.
子供の頃はあんなに可愛かったアキトのウインナーが。
Hey.
ねえ、覚えてるでしょさやも。昔はこんなちっちゃかったよね。
Oi!
今さっきのこんぐらいあったよね。
Okay, stop showing the size of your hands. It's way too graphic. Really, I just wanted them to lay off already. I'd say that seeing me all worked up hadn't been a great trait after all, even if it was to see both girls' chests.
すごいもの見ちゃったね。
Then again, I only paid attention to one of them. The other, like 1 second, and I was gone because it was not worth looking at. Anyway.
ちょっと。
I had lost all of my dignity as a human being in exchange for boobs. Hikari's boobs. You know what? Worth it. Worth it. Let's face it. For Hikari's boobs, certainly. I did not expect a scene like that here, okay? Anyway, guess I dozed off. After getting thoroughly warmed up in a bath, we'd come back, got the blankets out, and at some point I must have fallen asleep. What about... whatever? Now, let's get to the point. Important point. I just don't see Saya as a romantic character, okay? Then again, being flat might have the influence on that. But also her character, okay? If any of you played or have seen, for example, Sunrider, I think that's one of the games which really scarred me, okay? We were forced a literal flat chest character that absolutely has a shitty personality. Maybe not shitty in the beginning, but like the personality of take care of me, blah blah blah, so on, you know. We were forced that character on us, right? I hated that. I think that from there on... No, to be fair, I never liked flat chest characters. It's not only Sunrider's fault. Anyway, Saya's head rested against my shoulder, her breathing even. We're sitting on one of the seats, blankets wrapped all around us. I was sure that she looked just like an angel. Too bad it was too dark to see. You should be more careful, you know. I murmured while gently stroking Saya's head. Of what? You do know that I'm a guy, right? And? I mean, not like you would do anything. I mean, it's Saya, come on, let's face it. Meh. After they said it above, I didn't think there was any question about that in her mind. Better not think about that. You should be saying that to Hikari if you anyone. Let's face it, come on. Come on. At least it had taught us that there were things we used to do as kids that we definitely can't get away with now. Meanwhile, next to Saya. Hikari? She was gone. Where did she run off to? Where did she run off to? Of course I'm going to search. Why wouldn't I? Hikari!
Ah, Akita, 起きたんだ。
Hikari was sitting on the roof, a blanket draped over her shoulders. I climbed up to meet her, using the window frame as a foothold. What are you doing up here?
流れ星を待ってるの。なんつって。
Kidding around as usual, I sat down next to her.
はい。
Hikari lifted one side of her blanket and invited me to climb under it. I fidgeted it in place, but she just came close and wrapped herself around me.
やった。
I heard that in my left ear. Hey.
こうしてないと寒いでしょ。
It switched to one. That's interesting. To one ear only. That's interesting. And she's on our left side. Nice. We're just as bad as the other one. What do you mean? Could both of them really be this naive? Nothing, don't worry about it. I shrugged and gazed up at the night sky. It must have been around midnight. Several winter constellations were up to take place of autumn ones.
昔もよくこうして流れ星を待ってたよね。
Yeah, we did. One of us might point one out, and the other two would desperately try to catch sight of it before it disappeared. They weren't all that common outside of meteor showers though, so usually we'd just be staring up at the night sky. I guess that had been fun in its own way too. Just the idea that something special might happen, that expectation had made it exciting. These days, I had no time for shooting stars. I just sat there, under the blanket, feeling the comforting warmth of Hikari's body. Sounds nice.
今日さ、びっくりしたよ。
Hmm?
違う。アキトの勃起のことじゃなくて。
Don't remind me, I'm trying to forget it ever happened. Except for a certain view, but...
じゃあ、なんて呼べばいいのよ。
Okay, you, amazing, okay? That part I don't want to forget. Maybe not for you, but I prefer if you moved away from this subject.
じゃなくて、あのノートのこと。
Huh? Hikari choked on her words a little.
さやが先生に提出してくれてたんだね。
She even taped together all the ripped parts, yeah.
すごく胸が痛かった。けどきっと、さやはもっと痛かったよね。
Yep. Miss Mikaru did say Saya had been in tears when she had handed in the notebook. Even if she hadn't said why she was crying, it was obvious to us.
アキト、まだ怒ってる？あの時のこと。
I won. Oh, we will find out what this was about. Nice. The day our planetary observation journal had been ruined. Hikari and I had gotten into a big fight, and our friendship had been torn apart, just like the book. Ooh. Why did you come back to the astronomy club? I thought you were bored of the stars. And for once Hikari had nothing to say. Could this be any more awkward? We were huddled up together like old friends, but it wasn't easy talking about how we'd fallen apart.
ごめんね。
Hey? What was she apologizing for now?
OL のこと。
Hey, oh, right. Komako. This was something I really want to ask her about. Why do you pretend to be some office worker?
私、また引っ越すんだ。
Say what? Say what? It felt like the wind had been knocked out of me. What do you mean by move?
言葉のままだよ。
These words didn't exactly do a good job for answering my question. Hikari seemed to realize that and continued.
今の学校にはそんなに思い入れとかないんだけど、その代わり急に昔が懐かしくなっちゃって。適当に撮った星座の写真をネットにアップしたら声かけてくれた人がいたの。名前見てびっくり。アキトってまんまじゃん。
Hikari gave me an amused smirk. I guess most people don't use their real name on the internet. Yeah.
でもまだわかんないじゃない？偶然ってこともあるわけだし。
Yeah, I guess not.
それで OL ってことにして声かけてみたら、やっぱりどう考えてもアキトだったってわけ。
She had asked personal questions like how old I was and where I was from. I guess that was her way of working it out. You could have just told me it was you.
いやー、 そのままのが面白いと思って。
Why?
OL のお姉さんに甘えてくるアキトがちょっと可愛かったってのもあるんだけどね。
Erase your message. Look, right now. Get rid of everything.
やだです。
Why not?
大切な思い出なんだもん。
Why the hell would you want those? It's just full of me complaining.
ねえねえ、アキトってまだ童貞？
Hikari poked me inside as she spoke. Well, Akito, are you? Under a blanket, my hands balled in fists as I tried to keep calm.
大丈夫だって。誰にも見せたりしないから。私が時々こっそり見てニヤニヤするだけでさ。
I get her.
あれとか最高だったな。アキトがクラスの女子に告白されてどうしようってあたふたしてたやつ。
What? I don't know about that.
結局断っちゃったんでしょ。
That's none of your business.
まあ、サヤみたいな美少女が近くにいるんだもん。
What is?
波の女の子相手じゃそうそうなびかないか。
I don't care about her. And he clearly does not see her like that as well, but what? Anyway, so where are we moving this time?
海外。
Hey?
お父さんの仕事の都合でね。東南アジアの方なんだけど、びっくりでしょ。
Overseas. Asia. Wow, that's pretty far. Is it? My surprise shows in my voice. That was a lot farther than I'd been expecting. This was the first time I'd really gotten to talk to Hikari after all these years. And now she was going to go away again. I didn't know how to feel. I could barely wrap my head around the situation. Wow, another country, huh? To a poor student like me, it might as well be the moon.
アキトからしたら、今さら私だって名乗られても困るだけだろうし、OL のコマコさんのままでいいやと思ってたら、あの話が。
The Six Stars Club.
うん。
Hikari nodded, holding back whatever she'd been about to say.
また無性に、アキトたちと星が見たいって思ったの。
In other words, she'd uploaded that photo because she was feeling lonely and worried about moving, and it just so happened that she ran into me. And when she heard about the Six Stars Club, she decided to join the Astronomy Club.
アキトは星を見るのやめちゃったって言ってたよね。
I'd told Komako as much, yeah. But I don't remember telling her why.
それって、やっぱり私のせい？私がアキトを裏切るようなことしたから、星が嫌いになっちゃった。
Then I remember what Hikaru had said. None of you watch the stars anymore for. That's not it. That wasn't it. That's not what happened. You know, this isn't Miharu's fault or anything. I'm just anxious.
不安？
It's like said Miss Miharu. I just love the stars. When I look up at the night sky, my heart races. But right after that, I begin to feel anxious. I can never reach the stars. All I can ever do is admire those beautiful stars from afar. I'll never be able to get any closer to them. When I think like that, it feels like they've flown off and left me alone in this dark, empty sky. That was why I didn't watch the stars anymore. Maybe it would have been better to say that I couldn't watch them anymore.
あの頃は不安じゃなかったの？
I bit my lip because I didn't want to answer. But now that I knew Miss Miharu was worried about me, it wasn't right to keep quiet. Hikari was there. She made me believe. There we go.
この列車は空を行く銀河鉄道天文台。太陽系を征服しても我ら3人の旅はまだまだ終わらない。さあ、銀河の謎を解き明かすべく次なる目的地へ向かおう。
I thought we could go anywhere. We could solve the mysteries of outer space. We could reach out our hands and catch the stars. That's what I thought. The three of... No. The two of us. Come on, you said Hikari was there. The two of us. Ugh! As long as Hikari is here.
起きた。
Hikari stared at me, her eyes wide in amazement.
私、そんな。やだ。
That's a good, by the way, confession. Now that I think about it. If you didn't fuck up with three of us. Don't let it go to your head. I'm the one that decided not to look at the stars. It's not your fault.
何それ。今の話、どう考えても私のせいじゃん。私がいなくなっちゃったから、一人で星を見るのが怖くなったって話でしょ。
I only felt that way because I was too weak, so it's my own fault.
違うよ、私だよ。
Mine.
私。
Me.
ねえ。
We jumped as a low voice suddenly rang out from somewhere near our feet.
人が寝てる間にこそこそ話しないでくれるかな。
You go to sleep, okay?
そうよ。
We are interrupting a very important conversation right here. We looked down and saw Saya's face appear from inside the train. The rest of her soon followed as she climbed out the window and up to the roof. Hey, be careful. And she fell down. She did. Sure enough, Saya slipped. Hikari grabbed her outstretched hand before she could fall. We finished putting Saya up onto the roof. She didn't look too pleased. Yeah, this is also the annoying part. They are quiet, but they will constantly get in the way. So annoying. Well, what? You're getting in the way! Saya practically ate me apart and sat down between the two of us. No thanks. She pouted in an attempt to seem aloof. No, she's not. Hikari wrapped her arms around the ever-patient Saya. Meh. What a coincidence. She's on a completely other end for me. Now let me get the updates ready. Saya about that as Hikari continued to shower her with attention. It's not like it was on purpose. You were fast asleep and I didn't and I didn't want to wake you up. Also, I didn't want you to interrupt us. Yes, it was. God damn it. It's hard to see Saya show this much emotion. The way she sucks has changed since she was little. Just then. Me too. We continue to gaze at the night sky. Hikari died, warming Saya from either side. There we were all sharing one blanket, waiting to see shooting stars that might never appear. Our bodies had grown. We'd gained a few years, and plenty of things had changed, but it wasn't that much different from when we were just kids. Okay, let's cut it right here. The night has ended. They watched the night sky. They looked for the falling stars and so on and so on. We'll see what they will be doing during the day tomorrow. Let's end it right here, right now. Also, let's not forget, there was the Onsen scene. were the only attention that got me. Wait, the only attention that got me? The only element that got my attention, that's more English, was placed on the left side on the screen when it comes to the onsen. The right side? Unnecessary. With that being said, yes, I think I make it pretty obvious that I'm not into flat-chested characters. Which might actually also transition into real life. It does. It does. Hey, I mean, everyone can have their own preferences. And don't you try, like, bullshit me about just personality being the most important part, because we all know we want to look also at someone who pleases our eyes, right? But, you know, also personality is very important, obviously, as well. With that being said, with that very important message, I'm sure you agree. And even if you don't, consider liking the video. And more importantly, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I probably will be saying more stuff like that. And I'm sure you will not be glad to hear that. Also, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram in the description. If you're into that stuff, you can follow me there. And that's it. We'll see if there will be another onsen episode or something like that in the future. Maybe there will be. Who knows? Who knows? But yes, with that being said, let's end the episode. I think I'm gonna work out, and I might record another episode today, and we'll see where the story goes. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hope you also get to see someone with body proportions of Hikari. And feel free to drop by tomorrow. Bye bye!